Hey guys, so today we have a mixed bag of stories. Twitter, Instagram, follow me on there. It's a fun time. Subscribe, turn on notifications, thumbs up, all that good stuff, comment. I'm pretty sure YouTubers are supposed to say that at the start of the video. Let's start with the Soo and Nikocado Avocado thing. There are a few updates on that. If you don't know about the situation, there are a few videos on my channel that you guys can watch. I'm not going to go over it in every single video because I feel like we'll be here all day. But Soo made a video where she said that she was made to feel unsafe by Nikocado Avocado. Those are two quite big mukbang YouTubers. They've made a few collabs together. I'm pretty sure they were supposed to do 3. It was one on Stephanie's channel, one was supposed to be for Nick's channel, one was supposed to be for Zach ASMR's channel, who is another mukbang YouTuber. During those collabs, Stephanie was made to feel manipulated, unsafe, unwanted, and just not happy in general, and she kind of approaches collabs in a completely different way to the way Nick does. Nick treats it as a business deal and she treats it more as a I want to do this fun thing with friends. So to feel unwanted, unsafe, and manipulated is not how you want to feel when you're filming a collab with friends. And she made a video, he made a video back. It was an hour and 40 minutes of him basically just saying she's doing this for attention, she's doing this to sell merch, look, she's selling merch. And then she came back with what I would say was a bang. She really lawyered up and she just came out with receipts. She said, here's how this went down, here's how he made me feel unsafe, including taking a picture of her security system and posting it in his video for like 1 million viewers to see, which if you don't know how security systems work, a lot of the time if you know what kind of a security system someone has in their house and you're a good hacker, you could probably hack into their system from the outside of the house. If you don't know what security system they have, it's very difficult because you have to figure out what system it is and then how to hack it, which deters most people from even attempting to get into the house. But if you know the security system, that's already like, you're already halfway there. So the fact that he posted it on YouTube when she's on multiple occasions explained why she is so wary of who she invites into her house and the experiences that she's been through to lead up to this moment is obviously disgusting. And she said that in her most recent video. It was an update video basically just saying, here are the receipts. And she also just said, I'm waiting for Nikocado Avocado to release his collab, the unedited version, to show and prove that what he's saying is true. And if it's not there, then it's clearly not true. She's also asking for permission to be able to release her security footage online because in California, there's a 2-party law where both parties involved in a footage have to consent to it being released. Those are 2 things that Nick still hasn't addressed. And I'm pretty sure him not addressing it is him admitting a fault. That's me, my opinion. You let me know what you think. But Veronica Wong, who is another mukbang YouTuber, and she was involved in a scandal drama with Nikocado Avocado about a year ago, well, over a year ago, where she made a video with Soo and a channel called Shukbang essentially made a compilation saying like Veronica Wong annoying Stephanie for 5 minutes straight. I mean, we've seen those all over the internet and usually people don't take them seriously, but it clearly rubbed Veronica the wrong way and she copyright striked this whole channel in an attempt to take it down, because that's what copyright strikes do. You can't say just copyright striking, I'm not trying to take this channel down, because 3 copyright strikes is a termination of a channel. So by falsely copyright striking, you are pretty much just trying to get a channel terminated. At that point, Nick started, making videos about her, stirring the pot more, which I don't think he was in the wrong necessarily, but it's not what he does, it's how he does it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's that kind of a thing. So she made a Instagram story. Sadly, a friend of hers has passed away, so she's clearly not in a great state of mind, but she still wanted to address the situation on her Instagram story. And she basically just said, regardless of what has happened between me and Stephanie, I respect that she took this upon herself to, provide the receipts and argue back and fight back, because a lot of people are scared to fight back against Nikocado Avocado because he's got like a very weird culty like fan base. She just said she's very proud of Stephanie to, in the midst of such a bad situation, to be able to make videos and stay composed and, just explain herself so well and articulate herself so well. The Instagram story is about 6 minutes long. I didn't realize when I started screen recording it that it was this long, and that it is a lot of just the same thing over and over again. You can see she's quite distraught about everything that's been happening in her life, so you can't really expect her to, articulate everything super well. But the general gist of it is just her basically saying, I support Stephanie. I want to make a YouTube video just describing everything that's happened with me and with her, and that for now the Instagram story will have to be enough. And she also feels like maybe her YouTube video isn't necessary because of the way Stephanie has explained everything. Like she said, Stephanie pretty much said everything we needed to know and no one else has anything else to add. Like at this point, there's nothing to add. So that's that. But another thing is that Stephanie is now getting lawyers involved. So I think Nick is getting sued. She posted on her Instagram story basically saying that due to him releasing uncensored photos of her security system, she's getting lawyers involved because it's an invasion of privacy, and it's definitely a suable thing. So yeah, that's the update on that story. Tana and Jake Paul. Recently I spoke about Tana and how she made a 40-minute long video basically going over the fact that Jake Paul has not been been treating her well. But throughout the whole 40 minutes, she continuously repeats, I'm not blaming him though, this is my fault, it's all on me, I should have known better. And it sounds like someone who's very much been manipulated into thinking that way. It's not someone that's genuinely taking the blame, it's someone that feels like they are not allowed to blame someone else and has to take the blame. She says all of these things about how she was trying to just be the cool girl, and I already explained my thing about the cool girl and then not like other girls girl, which is just, it's the cool girl, the girl that's not like other girls. It's just a concept invented by men to create the perfect woman that doesn't exist. And it's such a big trope in movies, and I'm sick of it. Oh, I don't wear makeup because I'm just so pretty and I don't like being like the other girls. If you wear short dresses, you are a hoe. Like, miss me with that bull. Honestly, I hate that, oh, I'm not like other girls, girl, like, And girls feel like they have to behave that way because it's what movies show you in all the rom-coms, where there's a girl that really cares about her appearance, she cares about her job, she's not really into the video game, she doesn't want to drink beer, she wants a cocktail or a champagne, and the man always cheats on her with the, I'm not like other girls, girl, because she's into cars and she wants to play FIFA with him. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. Tana Mongeau clearly felt like she needed to be the cool girl. She needed to not be like the other girls that hurt Jake Paul, when in reality, he was the one that hurt them. You know, when he said, oh, let's have an open relationship, she was like, yeah, even though she didn't want to, because she didn't want to be like the other girls that wanted to have a monogamous relationship with him. See where this is going? It's a toxic cycle of women thinking they need to somehow like adjust to what men want from them, for them to basically, yeah, anyway. And she, at the end of that video, despite saying how much he hurt her, how she's not been herself around him, how she pretended to essentially want something that she didn't want, just that he would love her, and he still didn't love her, she said, but I'm not breaking up with him. To me, it sounds like someone who's very insecure, and I said that in my last video, and I'm going to say it again because I think it's a very important point to make, that it's not a criticism against Tana Mongeau, it's not me being shady against Tana Mongeau. I actually feel very bad for her. I mean, she openly describes her childhood as not being the best, and her parents never giving her the attention that she probably deserved as a child, and to me, it just shows a certain attachment issue there. There was no attention there, possibly not much love, so she now grabs onto anyone that will give her any attention, whether they're good for her or bad for her. As long as they're giving her attention and calling her pretty every now and then, she's going to attach to them because she's like, I need this attention, I didn't get it from my parents and I need it now. And that probably comes out of her parents never saying, you know, like, oh, we love you, you're good enough, you're smart enough, you're beautiful enough, and she probably just never feels adequate enough, so she'll go for men that don't respect her and don't love her, and she will just do whatever they want her to do because she just wants that little bit of attention that they will give her back. And it's very sad. I'm hoping that 2020 brings around a new Tana Mongeau, which in fact it is kind of bringing a new Tana Mongeau, because Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul have now gone on a break. Was that her idea? Absolutely not. I don't think it was, because she made that video and constantly said, I'm not breaking up with him and I don't want him to be angry, but I know he's going to be angry because of this video. And I'm pretty sure that's him basically just saying, you made me look like a fool and let's go on a break. But they also have a show coming out, which means they can't break up and be angry at each other because they have to be co-hosts on this show, and there is money involved. And she spoke about this project and she said it really stressed her out. So I'm pretty sure they went on a break, he's pissed off at her, as you do, and they are now just having to be co-hosts and friends. But that's my alleged theory on that, because I've seen things like this happen before in person and not. And I think she needs to yeet herself out of that Jake Paul situation because it's just not good for her mental health. And what she needs is a good therapist that will show her that her past doesn't need to invade on her present and future, and that she is allowed to expect respect from people and actual love and not fake attention. Just I feel so bad for her, honestly. For the last few years, I just didn't have an appreciation for Tana Mongeau because I was like, she just kind of annoys me. But I think I know where all of that comes from, and I know why she is the way she is now, and I just feel bad. Shane Dawson, as we know, had some problems with his killer merch. There were problems with the delivery dates. There were problems with the quality recently. There was also a mistake where on the website it said it was 100% cotton, and the tags on the actual jumpers said 85% cotton, 15% polyester. So people are paying for 100% cotton and getting like 15% plastic, essentially, because that's what polyester is. It's just plastic. It's bad for the environment. Please, if you can, find affordable cotton or wool things. It's so good for your skin. It's so much better than polyester. It will just be so good for you. Invest in one good piece that is cotton instead of buying 10 Pretty Little Thing polyester tops. Please, it's just not good for your skin to just sweat in plastic, you know, all day. It's just not good for you. That's why I'm so against fast fashion, because I'm just like, it's just bad for you. It's bad for you, the environment, and just everything else. And I think I'd rather buy one nice t-shirt that is cotton instead of buying 5 that are plastic. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. The merch came and there was another tweet about quality issues where a girl, you know, showed the tag that's almost like, it looks like it's been chopped off. There is some weird circled indentation around the actual merch that merch, the pig, the embroidery, and the embroidery seems to already be coming apart, and she bought this for a friend, so she can't give it to them because it's now messed up. And I just need to know why there are so many problems with this damn merch. What's Killer Merch doing? Because I don't think this is like a Shane Dawson thing, because I'm pretty sure Shane Dawson used to sell merch through Amazon and no one complained about the quality of the product. So I'm assuming this is a Killer Merch problem and not a Shane Dawson problem. So we need to sort that out first of all. Gabbie Hanna posted a video where she went over her New Year's resolutions and what she wanted to achieve in 2019, and she basically just said, I'm very happy, I met good people, I feel like I made progress of just being a good person. I was like, where were you for the last 3 months on the internet? Because I think even if, right, you made progress for the first 9 months of 2019, you completely f***ed that up in the last 3 months. You are not a good person. What you did in the last 3 months proves to me that you're worse than I thought you were. So if you're like, oh yeah, I think I became a good person, I think we have different definitions of what a good person is, and that sure ain't it, chief. I watched that video on 2 times speed and I was like, you're just changing it is what you're doing. You're changing. You're fooling yourself into thinking you're a much better person than you are. And then she went over her poetry and she tried to make it sound more deep than it is. She was like, it's supposed to sound like a kid's book because when I wrote it, I felt like, I don't know, it was something about making it sound like a kid's book. And people recently have been paying attention to the book again, because I feel like when it came out, not many people actually spoke about it. Usually when a YouTuber releases a bad book, everyone buys it and everyone makes a video on it. Like me with my Zoella book, right? That was like my best video to this day. Thanks, Zoella. And no one really spoke about it. And now that Gabbie Hanna is obviously getting involved in a lot of drama, people are like, oh, let's see what this book has to offer. And it's not a lot. So one is called Inspired. Let me read it for you guys. I hopped out the shower soaking wet to write it down before I could forget. So I really hope you like it, because I just lost my security deposit. You hope you like it, security deposit. When I drenched my brand new carpet so you could read it and think, fam, this is lit. Hope the next page was worth the compromise of shampoo running into my eyes. Next poem. Time is relative. Beauty is relative. Family is relative. This is some deep shit. When I was young, my mum used to check if the iron was hot by touching it. And I don't know, I just feel like there's a metaphor in there somewhere. And the last one, O positive. I donated blood today. Feels good to finally be somebody's type. That just sounds like a meme on Twitter. That just sounds like a tweet that would get like 50k likes, but not a poem. Anyway, so I just wanted to reenact that because I thought it was pretty cool. Next, Jaclyn Hill. I recently saw a tweet that goes over the pricing of Jaclyn Hill cosmetics, and I want you guys to see this because it is ridiculous. I'm gonna go over like why this is a problem essentially. So the highlighter palettes, right? You know, the 4 quads, right? I mean, yeah, the quads with the 4 highlighters in them. They cost $49. Usually, what a brand will do is they won't do the actual conversion rate. So for example, $49 in pounds is about 35 to 37 pounds, but no brand would actually price it at 35, 37 pounds. They would simply just do 49 pounds. So it'd be $49 and 49 pounds. So you're a lot more, I mean, you're better off buying it in America if you were to fly to America and buy all the products you were going to buy anyway, and then come back. Because of the conversion rate, you're going to get it for cheaper in America. But usually we're used to the fact that it will be $49 and in England it'll be 49 pounds, because that's how companies like to do it sometimes, right? Like iPhones do that. If an iPhone costs 1.1k dollars in America, it will cost 1.1k pounds here. Like they just won't do the conversion rate. So if the highlighter palette costs 49 pounds in the UK, I'd be like, okay, great. But in the UK, it costs 58 pounds. She did like a reverse conversion rate, because as I said, $49 is about 37 pounds. So she made this palette almost 20 pounds more expensive than it actually should be with the conversion rate. And she made it about 10 pounds more expensive than it would be if she just did the 1-to-1 like most companies do. Who is paying 58 pounds for Jaclyn Hill cosmetics? You know, the same woman that sold hairy lipsticks with plastic and glass shards and metal, and like the same woman that lied to you about things and lied to you about why there were hair in the lipsticks and why her lab was the way it was, and just lied about where these highlighters were manufactured. 58 pounds. Do you know what? Okay, Hourglass, right? I bought this. Okay, Hourglass comes out with these palettes every single Christmas and they are 70 pounds. Hourglass is what I would arguably describe as a luxury brand, and it is also well established. 99% of the products that I've tried are chef's kiss incredible. And these powders right here, these babies, are the most finely milled, beautiful powders I have ever put on my face. I'm wearing a lot. I'm gonna show you which ones I'm wearing on my face, and then you can, like, you know, Tell me what you think. This is £70, but I got it on a 10% discount, so I only paid £63 for this. 63. This only cost me £5 more than Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, which is being sold in Morphe stores. Hourglass, a luxury brand known for having amazing products and having a good reputation. Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, £5 cheaper, sold hairy lipsticks. Look at these. Look at these. I'm wearing all of these pretty much, except for the blushes. I'm wearing a different blush today, but this is a good highlight. These are like the ambient lighting powders, you know, the powders you put all over your face and makes you just look glowy. Like, look at this. Look at my skin. It just makes you look like you're a baby's skin, right? This bronzer, incredible. Like 63. Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, 58. Miss me with that bullshit. Jaclyn Hill. I am so angry. I spoke about this for like 5 minutes. I'm so angry. How could she think that she is worth £5 less than Hourglass? You should be pricing that half of what you actually priced it, because you're nowhere near this. Nowhere near this. And it's not just about the quality of the product, because they could be great, but it's more just about the reputation that the company has built up over the years. This is your second launch and you really have nerve to charge £60 for a quad. Are you Tom Ford? Is that what you are? I don't think so. I saw a tweet recently on Twitter where I don't know how to pronounce the name, but there is an Instagram, I guess like influencer, and she posted this picture on Instagram. She is not that skin tone, and she did that to prove that she's not racist. You know how you prove that you're not racist? By not being racist. Do you know what you just did there? That is what is most commonly referred to as blackface, or even when not in an offensive way, blackfishing. Both are bad. Both are versions of racism. How do you wake up in the morning and come up with that? How do you wake up in the morning, think of that and go, that's a great idea. That's how I'll prove to them that I'm not racist, by being racist. I'm not even gonna get into that, because like if you have literally 5 brain cells bouncing off of each other in your brain, you're gonna know that's like a bad thing to do, right? I just thought I'd bring attention to it, and I'm not gonna explain it to people because you know, and I know, we're not stupid. We know that this is bad, and I'm just not even gonna get into it. But it's just bad, you know? Okay. Ace family. The Ace family are having a child. In October of this year, they made a video where they took a pregnancy test and it came out not positive. Well, why did I say not positive as if that's not negative? It came out negative. Am I an idiot? I just talk about 5 brain cells bouncing off each other. Yeah, that's what I have. And it came out negative. It turned out to be fake because she's pregnant, like heavily pregnant. Like she is pregnant, like pregnant. So I don't know why they did that. But also with the other 2 kids, because they have 2 daughters, they did like these big child reveals. One of them was even with Kylie Jenner, where they did a gender reveal and Kylie Jenner was there to like do the whole thing. The other one, they made a whole video like doing a pregnancy test, yada yada yada, and this one they just hid it until she was like deep into it, and all they did was post on Instagram a picture of them like holding onto her tummy. And I feel like maybe it's because of all the drama that has recently happened, mainly around Austin. First, you know, the cheating scandals. Second, the Miami trip that still has not been confirmed or denied, so I'm not going to continue with the gossip until I know that it's true. But I mean, that's not a good look for him, right? Then like the pumpkin patch thing where he was just being rude to like the workers there and not tipping them and expecting so much work that is above what's in their like job description. And then she had to apologize for everything that he's done, and he just doesn't apologize. Then it was the Mr. Kate thing where Mr. Kate was supposed to come in and decorate their whole house and do the interior design, and he just started without them, without telling them. They already had plans for the rooms and he just them up. I just feel bad for her essentially, and I feel like maybe am I being silly for thinking that she just kind of, well, obviously she's excited over having a child, but maybe just like posting things on YouTube anymore just doesn't bring her the same joy it used to because of how much drama is surrounding them. Even recently, Austin was just so ungrateful in tweeting out stuff like, oh, you guys should be charged for every video you watch from us because you can't even wait a few days for a video and give us a damn break. I was like, first of all, you have a kid audience. Kids don't understand why their YouTubers are not posting or why they are, and they just want content, right? They're kids. Like, they're used to watching Disney Channel just having show after show playing all day. Like, they don't understand the difference between a YouTuber and like a TV show. They just think it's all the same thing. It's content for them, right? It's entertainment. So you need to like explain it in a different way. And I think Austin thinks he's got an older fan base than he does, and he's also just highly ungrateful. We also had the jet ski thing where he was going around in his swimming pool on his jet ski and he was flooding all the houses below him, and she had to apologize for that and tell him to stop. And it's just like, it's constant thing after thing. So now with the pregnancy, I feel like they couldn't just like post that and be happy because people just be like, oh well, you're just, you know, no one cares, like you up so heavily that no one actually cares about you guys anymore. And yeah, I just feel like maybe Catherine is just not happy in her relationship right now. I don't think you'd be happy if you were pregnant and mid being pregnant you're finding out your boyfriend is like cheating on you. I said boyfriend, turns out they've been married all along, because there is an old tweet, I saw this in a spill sesh video, there is an old tweet of Catherine saying that they got married in secret in her back garden, like in their back garden. So they've been married all along. They just didn't upload it to YouTube. That makes me think, didn't they upload like an engagement video, like a proposal thing, like he proposed to her and they uploaded it for views? Was that fake? Did they just like reenact their proposal? I'm so confused about that whole family, and I'm also just not in the business of watching their videos, so you're gonna have to tell me. Anyway, that's all the tea for today. Oh, actually, that's not the tea for today. Australia is burning. 500,000 animals have died. I think 13 people have passed away. I'm gonna put the stats on the screen because I don't want to get it wrong and sound like an idiot, but I think someone said it's about the size of Belgium that is burning right now in Australia. Like that's about the land that is burning right now. And I'm gonna try and find different charities and stuff that you guys could donate to in the description. I'll try and like find things and make sure it's all there. This time I promise I'll actually do it, because usually when I say I'll put things in the description, I don't, but usually it's like a video or like my social media. This time it's actually important, and I really think this deserves a lot more attention than it's getting. I remember when that cathedral in Paris burned. Why do I sound so uncultured? Obviously Notre Dame, right? It burned down, and like all the billionaires of the world were like, oh, let's throw money at it, but like a whole country is burning down. Nature is just dying as we speak. Animals are dying as we speak, and just no one cares. There's a few different charities you can donate to. There's some that help the actual firefighters, because a lot of them are volunteers, so they need a lot of people to obviously take care of all the fires. There are some that take care of victims that have lost their houses, and there are some that help the animals. So you can actually through the internet adopt different animals for like a certain fee a month, so that the hospitals that take care of the animals actually have money to take care of those animals. So yeah, I'll put all of that in description, just anything I can find, because I know there was a lot on Twitter. So yeah, if we can spill some tea while also doing something good for the environment, then let's do that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything, comment down below, and subscribe, because I post videos every other day unless there's a delay, in which case turn on notifications and you know when that's happening. Follow me on socials, they'll be in the description down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.